Persistence, determination, consistency, and unwavering passion are the keys to unlocking the door of success. Never giving up ensures that your results will not just prevail, but they will shine brilliantly. Author, Kellie Felgate. Discover an exhilarating event in August 2023 as Kellie Felgate stepped into the spotlight as a presenter at the electrifying 24-hour marathon event hosted by Avazoo. The trailblazing philanthropic powerhouse dedicated to supporting 5 carefully selected charities on a mission to transform countless lives via the event. Avazoo is renowned as the birthplace of the world's first billion-dollar raffle, that will be raising astonishing over $3 billion to help struggling charities worldwide. Stay tuned until the end and witness the thrilling dance performance by Kellie and Dave, as they groove their way to helping raise vital funds for these noble causes.
Daniel and Kellie. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and Daniel and Kellie are going to come on and tell us about some amazing work that they're already doing. And I'm going to hand it over to Kellie to let her host it. Obviously, I'm going to say hello at the end, Kellie. So bottom line to the deal is, first of all, welcome, Kellie, all the way from Australia. Look beautiful. And I was going to put your video up with you.
I'm still trying to get in. I'm there on the board. I'm hoping to stay there.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Whether you get in or not, I'm going to play that video just because Dave and you are so good. So, guys, coming up in about 50 minutes or so, the talent show starts. And Kellie, I haven't met Kellie yet, but I feel like she's my sister. We talk pretty well daily. We are on the same path to try and help and make a change around the world. But she's got a husband, David, that is absolutely fits with me like a glove. And he is out there, does crazy stuff, does wonderful stuff. Well, these two put a video together and they sent me the other night, and it's just been a blast. So we're going to put that up. But anyway, Kellie, you have somebody that I've seen the pictures, seen the website. That first of all, welcome, Daniel. But I'm going to let you introduce him, Kellie. Very, very proud to have him here. And I will come on at the end and perhaps ask some questions if you don't mind.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel.
Take it away, Kellie.
Thank you very much, Dave. So I'd like to welcome Daniel Njoroge. So I'd like to welcome him to you. I've known Daniel since 2017. He has an orphanage and childcare that he looks after, school. And I'm going to do actually a screen share, if that's okay, Dave. Is that okay with you, Daniel? Because then we can share exactly your story. And he has Gracious Children of Hope at Eldoret, Kenya. It's Pastor Daniel Njoroge. I got it. A man of God, and he is a pastor of a church as well. He also has a wonderful family, and he serves in his community. Daniel, we met in 2017, and I witnessed in that time a time where the children were only living on bread alone and cordial and cups of tea. You had reached out online to the world for help and donations. I'd watched for 6 months and there was no prevail to that. Everybody kind of was doubting and not believing. And then one day you had someone come and give a generous donation, and then it opened up. So from watching children just eat bread. Daniel, what would you like to share about that startup journey? What did you go through in that challenge?
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. I just want to take this opportunity to appreciate you for giving me this chance to be on Avazoo Live. First of all, I would like to introduce myself my name is Daniel Njoroge from Kenya, Eldoret, East Africa. And we started the program of feeding kids on 2017. And that is when I started feeding children. And the reason why we started feeding the children is because we saw a lot of struggle of kids who were walking around looking something that they can eat. And also we are in a slum area whereby children getting food is not easy. So there is a lot of challenges that I faced when I started feeding the kids, because getting the donation was among the greatest challenges that I faced, together with my volunteers and my wife. So some of the main challenges was people to accept that what we are doing is real. And especially when we started at a zero level, that means we had no place to cook for kids. We have no place that the kids can come together. But we started by faith, and we started by giving juices and cakes and breads. And that is when I started using Facebook as a platform to show what I am doing. And it was very difficult for people to understand and to know what I'm doing, because I was new on Facebook and even posting that online. So the main challenges is how to raise funds. Those were among the main challenges that we faced.
And just going to add back to stream. And with those challenges, Daniel, you, as you mentioned, you were able to, you have 200 children in the facility, and that's growing every day. So it is important to have others come and help in your mission. And as you were saying, like, they didn't even have toilet, they didn't have water, and they didn't even have a kitchen. And you have been able to allocate a new kitchen, and children come to the facility suffering jiggers. What is jiggers? What happens there?
Jiggers, first of all, I want to say that when we started, we had no toilets. We were using water from a well, whereby we use our hands to pull that water. And it was so difficult even using the toilets because they were falling. And also to show people the picture of what were going on at our place, it was also difficult. So I want to answer the question concerning what are jiggers. Jiggers are worms that are caused by, I think they are called flare, which enters into the feet or hands or any part of the body because of dirty, the place of living, because some kids, they don't have a good place to sleep. They don't have shoe. I can remember the first time when you came across, I think Kelly saw what were happening to the kids, and he had a mission to reach out. So he saw the needs, because kids were suffering those jiggers because they had no shoes. So there are worms that enters into the feet and any other part of the body, and they destroy the body tissues. Yeah.
Yes, and that's really important for them to have some shoes. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, in the photos, there was a lot of children that were suffering that condition. And hygiene is really important as well. As you see, the water here is only through a barrel where they can wash their hands before they eat. And that, Daniel, you have done a great job in the new toilet facility from where you had nothing at all for the children. And you have developed a school for these children. You have over 200 children. You educate them in mind, body, and spirit. Would you like to share your journey with that, with the children?
Yeah. To me, it's a calling. It's a calling because, you know, I grew up in a very humble family, in a poor family. We were also affected by skirmishes, and it affected my education, my academics, and my health. And so when I saw people suffering, children suffering, I feel like how we used to go through is what they are going through. And that's why I felt it is also important for me to do something to the community. So I want to say that, sorry, Kelly, come again, that question, I get it well, so that I give the right answer.
So you give Bibles to the children, you feed them, you give them education. You've built these buildings from scratch. You started with bread and water, and this is where you've come in from 2017 to 2023. This is remarkable. So from someone not believing to building to this is a miracle, isn't it, really? So
let me explain this. So when we started this program, as we said, we started in a very humble way. And I can remember when Kelly saw that, I'm trying to say this so that I want also Kelly to remember this. We were cooking, when he saw what we were giving to the kids and how we used to feed them, she requested if we can be able to cook for warm food. And because we had no kitchen, we have no utensil, the things to use on that, so we started using the 3 stones, the traditional way of cooking. So we started looking for firewood and 3 stones way, and we started cooking for them from the open. And after that, we started planning how we can rent, because when we were cooking there, we had not already taken the houses, because even for now we are renting the buildings that we are using, but the owner allowed us to continue constructing because she was able to see the work that you're doing and the difference that we are making. So the houses were made of mud, and we started making them better by by constructing them to be semi-permanent. As for now, as you can see, those buildings, we have the buildings that are semi-permanent buildings. We also have the iron sheet buildings that we have constructed. And also we have better toilets that we used the cement and other concrete to make better toilets for them. Yeah.
So our time is running out, Daniel, now. So you also go into the community where now you've branched out. You've actually stepped from the children out into the community where people even still sleeping on the bed, on the floor, on dirt ground. You provide necessities to the community in outreaching. So you've gone up and beyond as well.
When we started helping kids, many kids sleep on the ground as they have come from very poor background. Some are orphans, some are HIV positive, and some are vulnerables and street children. So we started a program to buy blankets, mattresses, and pillows. And we were able to give many kids and many families that were sleeping on the ground. Even right now, we have so many cases of people who cannot be able to afford to buy beddings, and they sleep on floor, and sometimes their floor are with molds, so they affect their health. So in the community, we also have what we call $2 relief food program. That is for emergency, because you have so many people in the community that cannot be able to feed themselves even a one-day meal. So we give them the maize flour that is worth $2, and that maize flour helps them only to cook porridge. So we give kids that, and we started when COVID-19 came. That is when we started the $2 relief food program, whereby we reach them at their doorsteps.
And that is amazing how you go out, and teamwork it's essential. You have a great team helping there with you too, Daniel. And you even got to go on to media. This is our last slide. You even went on to media to share your story to the Eldoret Canyon News. And do you want to share a little bit on that?
Yeah, when we started, we are doing something very different, because we are not only giving food to the children, we are not only providing for beddings, we are not only working for jiggers, we are giving clothes, we are paying rent, those who are not able, we are taking care of those who are HIV positive. We are trying to do each and every way possible to help our community. And by doing that, the government, the people within and outside our local area were interested to know what we are doing and how do we do it, because we are helping many kids. So that is when media were interested, and they came to ask about how do you started this. And how have you been doing it? Because it is not easy for you with very little resources to be able to manage all these kids and doing all these things that you're doing, like paying rent to those who are vulnerable, feeding, bringing kids together, educating them, because we have staffs of teachers that we are paying for them. So we are paying salaries. Yeah.
You're doing a wonderful job, and that is really reflected. So, Dave, would you like to ask Daniel anything?
I think I need to ask for a hanky. I don't know what you call it in Australia, but I'm. It's so sad. I mean, and the problem is, you know, the work what you've done, Daniel, is outstanding, and I can see a great future that we can get behind you as we move forward.
Yes.
The downside is, Daniel, and it's so sad, it really is. I've been so blessed. I've had the chance to travel to third world countries, or even the US has these poverty areas that people don't realize. But when you're talking about poverty in a country like America or the UK or something, and then you're talking about poverty in some of the third world countries, there's no comparisons. It is absolutely, we don't take it. We all take it for granted. We can turn that switch on, or we can put shoes on the feet, or we can get cleaning products to shower. And it's amazing. So all I can tell you is I know that you will have my vote. I'm only one of the board members as what will vote for donations, but I'm convinced that we can get behind you, and then we can set a trend that we can do this, you know, in other places. Because if it wasn't for people like you, them kids or anybody, just they're not learning, and it actually has to start a learning age. So, you know, the elderly, unfortunately, people who get up there in our ages, we kind of already set our ways. But if we can teach the kids that this is not the way to do it, and this is, you know, you got to get these cleaned up, and you got to protect yourself. Listen, I'm sitting here just amazed at what you've done and how you started. All I can tell you is I can't wait to the raffle to get going so that I can at least come over and meet you. And I'm sure Kelly would love to do it. But we want to thank you for coming on, telling your story. Of course, we're going to be cutting all the good parts out throughout this to make some of the documentaries. So I'm hoping that we can get you aired to the world and get more coverage for you. So thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome, sir. I feel humbled and blessed to be given such opportunity to Dave and Kelly and the team of Avazoo. We appreciate so much as gracious children of hope.
Amen. Thank you, brother. God bless to you and all of the kids and all of the family you have over there. We'll see you later on. Thank you so much. All right,
if you want to reach out to Daniel, he's on Facebook, so just Google his name.
Right. So you can definitely put his link in there, Kelly, so everybody's got his link in his foundation.
I will.
If you
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. It was for the monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the mash. It was the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
He put on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From the laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast. Ghouls are coming from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash.
He brought on in a flash.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, they were all digging the sound. Eager on chains backed by his baying hound. The coffin bangers were about to arrive, and then suddenly the grip kick of 5.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
The monster mash.
a graveyard smash.
They played the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out of the coffin Drax's voice rings. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. He opened his lid, shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to the Transylvania twist?"
And now the mash.
It's now the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It's a graveyard smash.
It's now the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool, Drax is part of the band. My monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, the mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them Kelly sent you.
The monster mash.
They can all catch the mash.
The monster mash.
And now do my graveyard smash.
Then I'm the mash.
Put on in a flash.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster mash. Mash is good, big ore. Kelly, keep away. Mash is good. Oh.